You're watching Local 5 News presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon.
Welcome to beautiful downtown Des Moines as Local 5 presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon. I'm Jack Miller.
And I'm Stephanie Engelson. We want to take a look back at race weekend and highlight the incredible stories of the runners who competed in different races.
2, 1, go!
Where we are standing now was a very different scene just a few days ago. The start and finish line was set up at Court Avenue and 3rd Street. Over 10,000 people lined the courses. Some were running races. Others were there to cheer on their friends and family.
Well, there are so many incredible stories of people who ran in the races, and one in particular is really inspiring.
Yeah, her name is Emily, and she had a double mastectomy just 8 weeks before she ran the marathon. And she's doing this to raise awareness about breast cancer.
Yeah, incredibly, she competed in the half marathon, and Erica Rankin has her story.
After finding out her odds of getting breast cancer, Emily decided to get a double mastectomy, and just weeks after her surgery, she decided to hit the ground running. Literally.
My mom and her sister both passed away of breast cancer within my lifetime.
Emily Hipsch knew her odds were high to be diagnosed with breast cancer.
Genetically, I am BRCA positive, which just means that I have upwards of an 87% chance of getting breast cancer.
And after watching her mom lose her battle with it,
it was, throughout my entire teenage years, that was unfortunately my normal.
Emily didn't want to play the what if game, knowing her own chances.
It's not something I even want to try to wait to see if I get sick.
Especially having a 4-year-old son, Hayes.
I knew that that's not a life that I wanted for my son to have.
So Emily erred on the cautious side and had a double mastectomy.
I wasn't able to lift a spoon to my mouth coming out of surgery.
She has shared every step of her journey through a lens.
Because since so many people are going through breast cancer, unfortunately, within their lifetime, chances are, we'll know someone.
In 7 weeks after her surgery, Emily did something she didn't think would be possible.
Definitely didn't think that prior to surgery that this would even be an option.
But she proved herself wrong and completed 13.1 miles.
Really just trying to inspire other people to know that there is hope after going through hard times.
And the medal she got for finishing is more than just jewelry around her neck.
This medal is more of a symbol of my perseverance, my determination, and motivation to really make a comeback after my surgery.
And after the rest of her surgeries, Emily plans to do a full marathon in the near future. In Des Moines, Erica Rankin, Local 5 News, Weir, Iowa.
And Emily plans to continue to educate Iowans on the risks of breast cancer.
If you'd like to learn more about what's going on during Breast Cancer Awareness Month and the month of October, you can log on to our website, weareiowa.com.
We first introduced you to Mike and Nick in our IMT Des Moines Marathon pre-show. 18-year-old Nick Feiner has spina bifida and uses a wheelchair to get around. His cousin Mike Teskey has been into fitness his entire life, completing Ironmans and running in marathons. This year, the two are teaming up as an angel and a captain. Mike is pushing his cousin for the 13.1-mile race. So on race day, we caught up with the pair at the start line and the finish line.
Local 5's Bryn Carmen shows us how the race went.
We're excited. We're ready to do this. Aren't we, buddy?
My team Triumph wasn't a hard crew to spot on the morning of the marathon.
We need to figure out how to get Jackie's name on hers somewhere.
Sporting matching red shirts with these standout race chairs, you'll meet the captains and angels. Jackie and Nick are the captains in charge, with a crew of angel pushers behind them. And Jackie's no stranger to marathons. This is her third one, but it's Nick's very first.
It'll be fun to have two teams out there doing the race.
Once everyone was snapped in, it's time to get ready. The team, along with other disabled participants, got a special send-off ahead of the packs of people.
The whole day is based around the captains, so it's special for them to get that head start. Everyone cheer them on, make this day about them.
It's going to be pretty cool when we start in front of everybody, so it's going to be neat.
As the miles peel away, family and friends eagerly await the red shirts to emerge from around the corner. And when that first team comes in, Captain Nick is seen ending the race on his own 2 feet.
Congratulations!
As As for Jackie and her team, they follow up on a surprise from last year's race.
And it was nothing but tears. I bawled my eyes out because the team Jackie got her out of her chair, and we did not know that was going to happen the first year. And we were totally shocked, and she crossed the finish line running by herself.
It's a feat Jackie plans to continue every time she races, inspiring fellow runners.
Congratulations!
Thank you, hon.
And her family.
You get that goosebump feeling in your tummy, and it just feels awesome.
I don't think we can get away with doing a race without having her finish it herself.
Even after the big race is done, Jackie and Nick are both reminded they really can do anything.
And she loves it, don't you, Jack? Yeah, you do.
Well, as you saw at the beginning of the show, there are massive stages that are set up at the start line and at the finish line, helping runners celebrate as they finish their races.
And the woman with the microphone is Amanda Krenz. Let's see how she celebrated the big day.
This is the 17th running of the IMT Des Moines Marathon, and really every year it gets bigger, it gets better. Let me just show you what is happening here on race day. So the half marathon is happening right now. The full marathon is underway. This is Court Avenue in downtown Des Moines. Athletes are making their way to the finish line. You can see a lot of crowd support along the way. And that's actually what the athletes say makes this one of the best races, is not just the course support that they get with the water stations and everything as they're out there running, but it's this crowd support. It's the loved ones, it's the friends who have come here and they're enduring this cool, chilly day so that they can cheer on their loved ones. We've got the Local 5 stage here behind me. That's where the announcer team is at. That's where we've been doing our announcing from all day long. And then let's spin around and we'll show you what this awesome finish line looks like. So you can see athletes are finishing. They get to finish underneath this. As they cross that finish line, they're going to get a medal handed to them. They have got beverages, they have got food, they have got snacks. So this really isn't just about the race, it's the whole day. It's a whole experience, and getting to finish up months, maybe even years of training at this finish line with this view in the background. It really just doesn't get much better than this for the IMT Des Moines Marathon.
And as you can see there, Amanda stayed very busy on race day.
Indeed, and coming up next, we will take you to the party spot, the 26.2 Brew Block Party. But first, can you spot your favorite runner here? Local 5 had our cameras rolling from start to finish. Check out some of the competitors. We'll be right back.
If you're injured in an accident, all you have is one opportunity to go after every dollar you deserve.
I called Hupie and Abraham.
They got me way more than what the insurance company offered.
Tell the insurance company you mean business. Call Hupie and Abraham right now.
Wyckoff Heating and Cooling gives you peace of mind, as in no worries. It's knowing that the Wyckoff family will install innovative home comfort products from Lennox. For a limited time, when you purchase a Lennox heating or cooling system from Wyckoff, you'll receive up to $1,600 in rebates or 60 months equal payments with no interest financing. Peace of mind. That's what Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is all about. Wyckoff, for peace of mind under your roof. Visit wyckoffcomfort.com.
Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale. Saturday, our best public sale ever. Get an extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. Pass it on. One day only, just once a year. Our deepest discounts ever. Tell a friend, your neighbor, your dog. Okay, not the dog. An extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. Saturday only. Pass it on. Slumberland, it's a good life.
There is a mental health crisis. I'm a vice chair of Governor Reynolds' Mental Health Planning Commission. Reynolds is more for taking care of the wealthy and corporations. That doesn't make our state better. Privatized Medicaid is hurting mental health care. A lot of kids have to go 2 or 3 hours to get care. We just don't have providers. Governor Reynolds, if mental health is really a priority with you, why don't you begin to solve the problems?
All you need is one opportunity to get every dollar you deserve.
I want it more.
I deserved more.
Who doesn't want more?
Here in Iowa, this one firm I would call. Call 800-800-5678. Hupie and Abraham.
Local 5 presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon. photographs of competitors who took on the challenge of the races, and they celebrated accordingly. Here's a few of the athletes as they crossed the finish line.
26.2 miles.
It is the Kenyan Enoch Maria.
Welcome back to the show. And what you just saw was a peek at the celebrations that were happening over the weekend.
And here's a look at that party spot we've been talking about with a special beer. It's the 26.2 Brew Block Party.
This is the celebration after the celebration. Bongs just put out some pizza for them. Samuel Adams is here providing 26.2 brew from Samuel Adams, which we're really proud of having them here. Every runner that's of age comes through and gets a free beer on us. We also want to celebrate that by having them ring the spirit bell. Anybody that has a personal record or qualifies for the Boston Marathon or completes their first marathon or half marathon, we encourage them to come over here and get a picture taken and ring that bell so everybody knows it. Running's an experience, and it's probably different for most people, but it's always a positive experience for those that really put effort into it. So I think it's different for everybody, but I think it's memorable for everybody, so it should be celebrated. Des Moines has a lot to be proud of. This is just one of many things for them to be proud of, but we like to think it's the best one for them to be proud of.
The block party, always so much fun there on race day. I know I had a great time. I'm Brandon Lawrence. I am now joined alongside Chris Birch, director of the IMT Des Moines Marathon. And Chris, let's talk about, this was so successful for some of the athletes. Of course, everybody is a winner in a sense, but there were some really incredible times. How do you feel about what happened in terms of race times?
It was a great day for a race, great conditions. First off, congratulations to you, Brandon, in your principal 5K road race finish. And there were all sorts of winners. But yes, we had some great record times here in Des Moines, especially in the IMT Des Moines Half Marathon. And some of our local elite athletes from groups such as Run-A-Blaze, the conditions were set for a great race, and they went after some fast times out there.
All right, so I know that we had some really quick finishes. What would you say impressed you the most about it? You mentioned the half marathon. Talk a little bit about how impressive that was to you.
Well, again, weather can really set the table. So we had a nice crisp start to the morning and some low wind conditions. So that really helped some athletes out that have been training really hard for this event. For others that were not quite used to that condition, they found maybe they had some cramping issues, so on and so forth. So for many of our Midwest runners, they really had a great day on race day.
Now, for those who had a really successful time, this could lead them on to bigger things like the Boston Marathon.
That's right. The Boston Marathon is a qualifying race, and it relies on races that are USATF certified, such as the IMT Des Moines Marathon. So those qualifications are based on your age and then time standards within your age. So they can use a race such as the IMT Des Moines Marathon and their finishing time to perhaps get into another race or use that as a race resume or as we would like to say, just good energy to sign up for the next one and do it again.
All right, Chris, thank you so much for everything. We will talk with you here in just a few more minutes. Now, we are not just celebrating the success of people who finished really quickly. We're celebrating everybody's success from the IMT Des Moines Marathon weekend. I want you to take a look at this, see if there are any runners that you happen to know. We'll be right back. You're watching Local 5 News presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon.
Matt Preston, congratulations to you. I bet you just love this weather. He's from West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's shaking his head. All right. Oh, getting colder. Yeah, okay. Well, we got an ice bath over in the medical tent for you. It'll be good. You'll like it. All right. There's Trisha Kurt.
I actually have been hesitating to even say this out loud because I don't want to jinx anything. We have really good weather for the Des Moines Marathon.
Really good.
It's chilly.
No, it's
Maybe
great.
It's windy. But you know what?
If I was part of the Mercy medical team,
Congratulations to the Local 5 political team, awarded a regional Emmy for program Medicine in the Making. And congratulations to Local 5's Elias Johnson, awarded a regional Emmy for his work as a video journalist. To view these and other local stories you won't see anywhere else, go to weareiowa.com.
Looking for the best flooring values? It's all here at Floors Direct.
Save now during our Stocktober savings event.
Floors Direct. Say yes to paying less.
Heather Matson's got a few tricks up her sleeve, like the disappearing act she performed on her resume, concealing her work as a lobbyist for a Washington special interest group, or hiding the thousands of dollars she's taken from liberal special interest. Classic misdirection, her support of $32 trillion government takeover of health care. Her greatest illusion? Concealing that she'd be a rubber stamp for the political boss's agenda. We can't afford any of lobbyist Heather Matson's tricks.
Local 5's team of meteorologists track how the weather will affect you.
Mapping at street level, focusing in on your neighborhood.
Pinpointing the weather at your kid's school so you know what to expect.
Street level mapping. Another reason Chief Meteorologist Brad Edwards and the Local 5 weather team are Iowa's most accurate. Whether you bleed Cardinal or Black, Cyhawk Game Day is gold.
I'm John Schaefer. And I'm Adam Rosso, your man covering Hawkeye headquarters.
And I've got the Cyclones, both teams fighting to have successful seasons.
And this is the best place to find the stories and the analysis from us.
Mike Gross, he's my key number 3. Let him go make plays.
And the pro.
It's called the two-gap technique. They get both their arms extended, keep offensive linemen at bay.
The only place that covers Iowa
and Iowa State like this.
You've got tailgate plans. Cyhawk Game Day, Saturday at 10:30 on Local 5.
Local 5 presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon. It was a weekend full of different races. Here are the clinic's junior jog that happened on Saturday morning. Kids in kindergarten through 6th grade got to pick their own race. Some kids completed a 1-mile course. Welcome back to the show. Of course, there were all kinds of races on Saturday, the first race day, and the big one on Saturday was the Mercy Live Up Loop. It's a 5-mile course.
And this year, a group of senior citizens took on that challenge. Local 5's Jacob Peklo shows us how they handled it.
So earlier this month, we brought you the story of the seniors from the Deerfield retirement community who are going to participate in the 5-mile race. Today, we decided we were going to follow up with them to see exactly how they did. Now, at first, they thought only about 10 people or so were going to join in as their best case scenario, but turns out they got about 3 times that.
We've got a big group, and I think they're all here to go the full distance.
With their training completed, Saturday was finally race day from the residents from the Deerfield retirement community.
A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's awesome. I never expected this bigger crowd or this much excitement, but it's been fun training, but now it's, hey, we're here.
They spent nearly 2 months preparing all around their neighborhood.
And I have done at least 1 5-mile in the training, and looking forward to it. I think we'll be doing great. There's a big group of us here today.
Their plan was simple: do the course and finish it alongside their friends.
It adds to the excitement. It's people you're with and companionship. It makes you feel like part of a group.
They needed that group camaraderie as they battled the fall elements.
Colder, windy.
But as they made their way all around the city, they knew their end goal was all the same.
Not really a set time. I think we're just going to walk at our own speed and all of us try to go over the finish line.
And when we met with the residents there at Deerfield, they really weren't sure, Stephanie, whether they could make it through this, but they leaned on each other and they made it.
And speaking of, coming up next, we're going to check in with one of our Local 5 meteorologists who took on one of these races as well. But first, let's check out some more of those incredible athletes who spent their Sunday downtown. We'll be right back.
This is from me and Mama, and we thank you.
We pour our hearts out on paper.
We play guitar until our fingers are numb.
We bond with fans around the world. Thank you so much.
But none of us are ever prepared for that moment.
George Strait.
Feel the music.
Live the moment.
The CMA Awards live November 14th on ABC.
The trade-in, trade-up event at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Up to $12,500 off select new 18 Silverado Crew Cab LTs. Up to $6,000 off select new 18 Colorado ZR2s. Trade-in, trade-up in Waukee. Up to 19% off. Or choose $500 plus 0% for 72 months on new 19 Chevy Equinox LTs. Over 20% off. Or get $1,000 plus 0% for 72 on new 18 Chevy Trax. Trade-in, trade-up at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. Chevy, find new roads. WaukeeChevy.com.
Today, Iowa's the envy of America. Our economy's thriving. Our unemployment rate's the lowest in the nation. And 4 of the top 10 job markets nationwide are right here at home. Iowa's proof that when leaders put party politics aside, we all win. With an 88% bipartisan voting record, this isn't news to Peter County. Peter's proud to reach across the aisle to pass meaningful legislation that keeps Iowa moving forward. Peter County, positive leadership and proven results for Iowa families.
Athletes competing in the IMT Des Moines Marathon's races have a range of abilities. Some are seasoned runners and others are competing in their first race. And to see what it takes to finish your first race, one of our Local 5 meteorologists actually took on that challenge. We're calling it Get Moving, Iowa.
Yeah, Brandon Lawrence trained for this for months for this race, and let's see how it went.
So we are just a few days now post the IMT Des Moines Marathon and, of course, the Principal 5K road race. I completed it. Sunday was such an exciting time for me because I was a little nervous up to the start of the 5K, and then I got done with it, and I do feel like I had a little bit of the runner's high that everybody told me about. I'm joined by my coach, Jenny Weber, and Jenny, you have been so instrumental into helping me get to this point. What do you have for me now as I move forward? I finished this 5K that I set out to do, but I want to keep going on this journey.
Well, Brandon, first of all, congratulations on your finish on Sunday and for taking the steps to make your life healthier. You need to set another goal. I'd love to see you set another goal. I think we've sort of talked about maybe another 5K here in the next several weeks, but this is the time of year where it's difficult for people. So now is the time that you really need to treat yourself well and be consistent with those workouts.
Now, one of the things I was talking to a couple different runners on Sunday who said once you start getting into this mindset where maybe you want to do several 5Ks and you want to do half marathons and what it may be, you've got to really be taking care of your body as well. What advice do you have for me on that?
That means sleep, hydration, and nutrition, and your mental well-being too. And just making sure that you have all those components. All those things are going to help you take care of you in the best possible way so that you can reach your next goal.
All right, my final thing, as I went out Sunday, especially when I was finished, I had several people who stopped me. They reached out to me and they said, you know, you've been an inspiration because I never thought I could do something like this, and now I'm motivated. Again, we've talked about this so many times. What advice do you have for somebody who says, I can't do this, you know, maybe I'm not the most physically fit? Where do you tell them to begin, and what advice do you have for them?
Well, I agree, you are an inspiration, Brandon. And for me personally, that's what it takes, is maybe having a mentor or a friend kind of help hold you accountable. But the key things, especially for me, is one, find a training partner. Find someone kind of, hey, you want to meet at the lake tomorrow and go for a walk, and just have that accountability partner. That's one of the #1 things that you can do to keep going.
All right, Jenny, thanks so much for everything, for helping me through the training. I know you're still going to hold me accountable as I go through the next several months, as I continue on this. Yes, I am considering maybe doing another 5K, perhaps something more beyond. I know a friend of mine wants me to do a 10K, so that's something I'll have to consider. But continue to watch on social media as I continue this physical fitness journey. I think it's going to be pretty exciting.
And if you would like to follow along with Brandon's progress, you can just go to the Get Moving Iowa tab on our website. We are iowa.com.
Coming up next on Local 5 Presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon, we're going to look back on the whole busy weekend. We'll check in with the race director when we come back. But first, can you spot yourself or your favorite runner in our race day video? We captured the entire race start to finish. We'll be right back.
The holiday shopping event of the season, the Des Moines Holiday Boutique, November 2nd through 4th at the Iowa Event Center. Shop hundreds of booths and find the latest trends in apparel, decor, seasonal gifts, and more. Enjoy music, shopping, and holiday fun at Girls' Night Out on Friday. Plus, get crafty with DIY classes at the Make It Take It, presented by AR Workshop Ankeny. For one-of-a-kind gifts for everyone on your list, shop the Holiday Boutique, November 2nd through 4th. Buy tickets online and save at DesMoinesHolidayBoutique.com. Presented by Mercy Comfort Health Center for Women.
He lives here.
What's his situation?
The accident messed him up. Can't work.
Not working? Start low. He has no choice.
We're too late. He called the law offices of Hupy and Abraham.
Hupy and Abraham? Turn around.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. Call Hupy and Abraham and get their win or it's free guarantee.
A typical Iowa morning. But for Cindy Axney, there's no such thing as a slow start because Cindy doesn't waste time. An efficiency expert, Cindy cut government spending and saved taxpayer money without cutting services. As a small business owner, she knows how to balance a budget. And as a parent, she knows our families are taxed too much. So she'll fight for middle-class tax relief.
You don't come from 5 generations of Iowans without learning the right priorities. I'm Cindy Axney, and I approve this message.
Whether you bleed Cardinal or black, Cyhawk Game Day is gold.
I'm John Schaefer.
And I'm Adam Rosso, your man covering Hawkeye headquarters.
And I've got the Cyclones, both teams fighting to have successful seasons.
And this is the best place to find the stories and the analysis from us.
Mike Gross, he's my key number 3. Let him go make plays.
And the pros.
It's called a two-gap technique. They get both their arms extended, keep offensive linemen at bay.
The only place that covers Iowa
and Iowa State like this.
You've got tailgate plans. Cyhawk Game Day, Saturday at 10:30 on Local 5.
Local 5 is looking back on an exciting IMT Des Moines Marathon weekend. Here's video as we were alongside so many of the thousands of athletes that were out for race weekend. Welcome back. I'm Brandon Lawrence. I am once again joined by Chris Birch, the IMT Des Moines Marathon director. And Chris, what was so exciting about 2018, about this year's event? How do you think everything went overall?
It just really was a great day for a race, and it was awesome to see the thousands of people down here on Court Avenue just really celebrating, having a good time, all of those hard training miles and long weekends all coming together. It's just a lot of fun to be out on the course and see that things are running well, running smoothly, that the athletes are able to focus on their race and then be here at the finish line and just hear all the wonderful comments and see all those smiles. It's a life-changing experience.
Yeah, now I know one of the, or many of the athletes, in fact probably all of them, already received an email telling them about some of the statistics which we've talked about, but also saying that registration is already open for 2019. What can we look forward to as we think ahead to next year?
Well, we're proud to announce that Special Olympics Iowa is the official charity partner of the 2019 IMT Des Moines Marathon. So, Brandon, we're running for a very special cause here in the state of Iowa. We also look to be back down here on Court Avenue again. We'll see what kind of construction and road improvements we have to deal with, but we're really honing in on an exciting course that shows the best of Des Moines and really showcases a great place to have a nice post-finish line party. These track jackets are very comfortable and very popular, so I'm sure they'll be back again.
All right, now, as we think ahead, there are probably a lot of folks who are saying, you know, I really should have done that this year, but I didn't. Do you have some advice from them? You've got a year to train now. Do you have some advice for them moving forward?
You bet. Start surrounding yourself with a great support network and let other people know that this is what your goal is. Place the IMT Des Moines Marathon on your calendar, and even though it may seem like a year away, and it is, go ahead and sign up for it. But let other people know. I'm happy to answer questions. There's still some time to get some miles in this year before the winter months roll in, and your New Year's resolution, get off the couch, get moving Iowa. Join us at the finish line in October.
All right, Chris, thank you so much for being with us here at Local 5. Thank you for everything that you do, not just this year, but every year for the IMT Des Moines Marathon. It was so exciting. I was really happy to be a part of it. Perhaps I will join in next year at some point, too. For now, Jack and Stephanie, back to you.
Thank you for joining us for Local 5 presents the IMT Des Moines Marathon.
If you missed anything, you can catch up at our website, weareiowa.com.